see. Okay. So please accept it. So people from YouTube, hello. Tonight we're going to talk about privacy and online in online world. Okay. And we are in the question number 2. Can you, no, Misael, you are going to answer the first question, right? So please, can you answer me?
I don't know if you understand question well, but I understand that the pictures was posted and human and network in life are longer alive, and that in business are emerging from this the technology tattoos.
Exactly, electronic tattoos. That's right. That's the idea of the topic. So most of the content we share in the internet, they are going to be there and, as you said, remain there for a long time. So yes. Okay, so Larison, can you ask the question number 2 for us, please?
Sure. What might be an electronic tattoo? What might an electronic tattoo be? Okay.
Exactly.
I think, in summary, I would say that it's the footprint of you on the internet. Like it's the things that you have there and you don't know, like the data that you have in Facebook, but you don't use Facebook anymore. People can see that, or even the Orkut, as I mentioned it before. So I think the electronic tattoo is all the data that the internet have about you, basically.
Yes, I totally agree. Larison, choose somebody to answer now the question. Somebody wants to answer.
Misael. Let's vote, my friend.
I believe que electronic tattoos these are your pictures, que sejam nossas fotos, que
Yeah.
Deixa eu ver, eu não consigo formular palavras assim, nossas fotos que estão sendo armazenadas de forma global e que a gente não tem mais como retirar da rede, né? Como eu poderia dizer isso?
You could say the pictures that have been stored in the network on the cloud and cannot be removed anymore. So
yes.
You can say that way. But I agree with you. In the video, actually, he showed an example of some algorithms that could detect you in a photo, for example. So if you take a photo, he mark you as, say, this is Misael, this is Larison, this is Gustavo. So if we take a screenshot here, and this algorithm can detect everybody, right? It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So
pretty sure that's something from Facebook because they have all our photos.
Yes, exactly. Google Photos can do it as well.
Oh, yeah.
That's true. Photos, right?
Yeah. I have an Android phone, so
yes.
Every time I take a picture, it identifies the people that have in my picture. That's amazing.
Okay, so now, Misael, choose somebody, please.
É a próxima pergunta?
Choose somebody to answer. Gabriel, Murilo.
Gabriel.
Okay, so the number 2. I think this topic is interesting because there are many things for talking about that. For example, I I can able to create or building a channel of YouTube, and it is I think it is can be electronic tattoo too, or I am able for create a new social media in general, for example, LinkedIn or Instagram. Pictures, how guys said, it is a electronic tattoo too, and I am able for some things, a lot of things in general in internet. It is make it able for that for in the situation, and I can. I was thinking here, it is interesting. It's more interesting when I be create a relevant topic for for the people's remind me. For example, I am able to create posts and create videos, a lot of relevance for the people in general. And I think it's so interesting. It's so important for this marca. I don't remember that.
You can say, like, I think it's footprint.
Footprint.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's interesting what you said. The more posts, the more content you put in your social medias, the more, let's see, the bigger the electronic tattoo you are creating, right, of yourself. And when you talked about the YouTube, I remember in the past, I'm here in TNT since 2020. So I can watch all the TNTs that I have been part of since the beginning, you know. So I have changed myself so much, and all the conversations that I've been here in the main room are recorded in YouTube. So it's unbelievable because my footprint is there as well, as you said. Okay, now is Murilo.
Okay. Electronic tattoo, yeah. I don't understand so much this question, but I try answers now. Okay. The tattoo can be transformed us in persona.
It's about an example. You could say some examples of what do you think is an electronic tattoo, you know. So give us some examples of, oh, I think this is an electronic tattoo.
Tattoo will be in a draw and electronic, yeah. For example, put in my body in computer, one photo myself and drawing and something, yeah. For example, in my body, in the photo of my body, yeah.
Yeah, it could be a photo of yourself, for example, any data that is private to yourself and that can find yourself in the internet. For example, if I put Murilo Lima on the Google, I can find a lot of stuff about you, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I can say that Murilo Lima is an electronic tattoo, for example.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Or another thing is
Yes.
And informations baseada on me, yeah.
Exactly. Can you give a more example? Do you think maybe a username on social media can be electronic tattoo?
Yeah, all the sports then I like, yeah.
Yes.
For example, or another situations too, technology, yeah, they involve AI, yeah, a lot of things.
Exactly.
I understand it a little now. Thanks.
Okay, so now let's move to the next question. Gabriel, can you read for us, please? Number 3.
Yes, sure. What information about you can be found on the internet? Okay, it is a easy question because the for all whatever you want, you can be found in internet. So since the for in my case, I like find informations in general of of technology and of news in this topic too. In the my personal life, I like it to see for to travel, and I am like I like it to study English, and I am able for learning a new language, a new informations. I am able for I get a lot of information in general. Whatever I want, I find it in internet. I find it, and for for me it is amazing because I am able for learning whatever I want, and in my time. It is so important.
Yeah, that's the magic thing about the internet. But when we talk about your data, your information, do you think can you imagine how much data about yourself can be found on the internet?
Sorry, I don't know this your question.
Can you measure how much data about you can be tracked on the internet? Can you give us some example of what we can find if I type there Gabriel Braz on Google, what data can we find about you?
It is so interesting question because our data in general keeping in internet forever, and for my data stay there, and my CPF, my for all, and there is one topic for interesting in this conversation. I the people's in general able for find or the process ourselves for jurídico. I don't know say that.
I don't know too.
So it is ourselves stay there in
Yeah.
topic.
I got your point. If you, for example, if you have been in some lawsuits in I don't know, maybe civil court or any other tribute or say I don't know, any lawsuit, and if I type there, oh, Gabriel, and I can find all the suits that you have been in a process, right? I
Yeah.
can find it on the internet. Yes, I got your point. Also, the same things happens if you have been applying to a public position. Let's say you try to get a public position, and then you have the test, and then your name is going to be there in all your personal data forever. I am an example of that. If you put my name there, you can find the process that I have been attended.
I already found your LinkedIn.
Yeah,
and
so
and Gabriel too.
many information, right?
Yeah.
So Larison, about yourself, how many data can we find about you in the internet?
Almost everything, actually. Almost everything. You can see my address, you can see my CPF, you can see my RG, you can see my Orkut photos. I'm saying this because I was searching for it. I think the last week, and I did find my my pictures from Orkut. So yeah, almost everything you can find about me. Mainly because my name is not normal, not common.
Yeah,
So-
that helps. That helps so much.
Yeah, like Gustavo Barska. We don't have
Yes.
many Gustavo Barska.
Exactly. So this is also an electronic tattoo.
Yeah.
Okay. And Misael, how much data can be found about you on the internet? Can you imagine?
Yes, a lot information for me, comfortable almost every. My data was a leak in a recent attacks in major bank. You can see my account, a bank, my address, my mail, my number phone, my pictures, the social media, my LinkedIn, very information.
Yeah. So, and also we as a Brazilian, our data was exposed 2 years ago. Do you guys remember? Have you guys heard about this news that many Brazilians data were exposed on the internet because of a hack attack on
Yeah, I
Serasa
heard about this
Experian?
leak.
Yes, como é que eu digo teve? Esteve,
It was, for example, you can say it was.
users attacking Serasa. I
Serasa
could,
Experian,
Yeah.
exactly.
yes, my data,
Was leaked.
yes.
Yeah. Okay, and Murilo, how about you? How many information can we find?
My personal data is how everyone said it too. And another LinkedIn, you can find many informations about me, and the GitHub and the social networks too. Yeah, it's has informations. It's dangerous in some places. Yeah, but I try protect all the time, but it's impossible nowadays. Yeah, no problem. My friends get some information about me in some moments, and I stay angry because I
Yeah,
don't like it. Okay.
especially,
No problem. Don't worry.
yeah, especially if you have some stalker friends, right?
Yeah.
So some friends they like to search everywhere about information to just to
When I start in a new job, my new friends stalk my social networks, social medias all the time for show my new friends in the job. Yeah.
Yeah, this is interesting. The same happened to me. I started in a new position in another company, and one of my friends at this company, someday, occasionally he started talking to me. Oh, I saw your TNT that last day, and I say, oh, I had never talked about to you about the TNT. How can you find about that? You know, so it's unbelievable.
People's like is new information or news in general.
Exactly. Sometimes it's actually good to have your data on the internet, but sometimes it's not so good, right?
Yeah.
Guys, I would like to change the conversation because we are close to the end to the question number 5. Yeah, it's really interesting, this question. How can Juan Enrique's piece of advice help us? So basically, he talked about maybe four ideas on how to protect yourself, and I want to know what do you like the most, okay, of his tips, these 4 tips. Can you start, Larissa, please?
Actually, let's start with you because you didn't answer any question.
Oh, myself. Okay. Okay, so I think the one that I'm most like is to never look so deep into somebody profile, and I try to do it. For example, if you met somebody for the first time and you have that curiosity to say, oh, let's see what he likes or what she likes and things like that. But I think we should never get so deep into somebody's profile, because the example he said that you can get maybe frustrated, or maybe you can lose this person because of that. So I think I like that so much. And also, of course, as Murilo said, to try to protect your data, right? And how about you, man?
Okay, I think this piece of advice that you said is really good, because sometimes when we look into the past of people, we can be frustrated. And when you are in a relationship with someone, you don't want to see the bad things that people did in the past. But I think the best one is be careful what you post, because it will influence your reputation. People tend to take too serious things on the internet. Like when you post something that can be really aggressive, people would get hurt with it. And it's a device that can be translated to be careful what you say in the internet, because you can hurt others too. Not only have a bad reputation, but you can hurt others. So I think that's a good piece of advice.
Especially nowadays with so let's see, political stress, people getting nervous about many situations, so it's really hard. Okay, thank you. And Gabriel, how about you?
You're muted. Okay.
So I prefer the other guy answer this question. It is I'm thinking, yes.
Okay, so Murilo, how about you? Let's give Gabriel some time to think.
Okay, no problem. In my case, I don't worry about it. I try living in right now. Yeah, in the past, not matter for me, but people's not know hasn't and nothing information that prejudicate me too. Yeah, no problem. I try always alive well, and treatment people's very well, yeah, and but has information funny in my case. This is this is very funny, and in some moments my friends get this information, this show for out in the job or another places to another friends. Yeah.
So you like to post funny stuffs about yourself in your life, right?
Yeah, make sure.
Okay. Okay, thank you. And Misael, how about you?
I believe we cannot post in everything about your life on Instagram, Facebook, and leave only important information, and are must or must be reserved.
Reserved. Okay, yes. So basically, you like the most the advice that says think twice before posting, right? So you think twice what the content you are going to post about yourself.
That's a good one too.
Yeah. Okay, now Gabriel, how about you? What?
Okay, this question is interesting for the people's the main people's needs like that, and see this topic is the kids and the childrens of the a lot of families in our world, because the topic is needed pay attention, so the peoples can be to show show the show show his show theirs, and for your bodies and the others pictures, it is needs careful, and it needs the people's needs a lot afraid for make these actions. I have seen, I saw in the past the people's when make a suicide and the others situations around this topic for show internet, and it is dangerous for society, and the knowledge needs talking about for this topic is ourselves with ourselves.
Yeah, it's so important for us to talk more about that. Nowadays, still some people dies about because of that, right? Of that exposure on social media, especially young kids. They are still learning this word of social media, and they suffer from bullying in the school, in the kid, their friends, right? It's really important to talk about these tips that we are talking here. So avoid posting everything in the social media, think twice, a lot of tips that are really important. Okay, let's move to the next question, number 6. Can you read for us, Gabriel, please?
Yes, sure. How do you understand Harold's words? In the factory, everybody will be world famous for 15 minutes. Is this good or bad for us? So it just depends the person, depends the personality of the persons. When it is happened, it will happen because the people's there are people's when I like it for it is happened, and in the another people's not can be not for but I have seen the cases when the people's make a video in Instagram or in YouTube, and the video can be a lot of growth, and it is the famous instantaneous famous. Do you know? It is good for me. It is can be good, but it is not happening yet.
Yes, especially nowadays, the algorithm of TikTok and Reels on Instagram, they can spread and make some video viral, and everybody can watch it, right? Instantaneously, as you said. I agree. And I think some people will get terrified if they saw, oh, everybody's watching my video, they get terrified, right? As you said. Okay, choose somebody to answer, please. Choose somebody, Gabriel. Who do you want to answer now?
Sorry. Murilo.
In my case, it's not a problem. 15 minutes fast, yeah. No problem, yeah. Only 15 minutes, and but I don't like be famous because people stay in above of us, of myself all the time, for example. And when people is famous don't have peace, yeah, because our place that you go has one people that you know, or people's talk to you, yeah, and in resume don't have peace, but has people like it, yeah. People
Yeah.
like you'll be famous.
If you get famous, I would like an autograph. Okay, just give it to me, please.
I prefer anonymous.
Anonymous. Okay.
Anonymous, yeah. I live more with more peace.
Okay. And to somebody, Murilo, who do you want to answer?
Rapidão. I will need to leave.
Oh, no problem, Isel. No problem.
Problem,
Thank you so much for being with us.
Thanks
Thank you.
for story.
Bye-bye,
Hope to
Michelle.
see you. Hope to see you soon. Bye bye.
Valeu.
Alison not answers yet.
Yeah, Larissa.
Okay.
Okay. Deep questions here, my friend.
Yeah, philosophical questions this night.
How do you understand? It's a good question because I can say that this is, it depends actually if it's good or bad. Depend on the people opinion and depend on your opinion too. If you want to be famous, probably is a good thing. But if you don't want to be famous, like our friend Murilo, it won't be a good thing. So in my opinion, that's not a good thing because I like the anonymous part too. I don't like to be famous, but I mean, how do you understand? How do you understand? How can I understand this? I mean, everybody gonna be famous in the internet in the future because look how many access we have from other lives. Like I have like 1,000 followers in my Instagram, and I can see 1,000 lives. You know, for me, they are famous people because I'm following them. So it's a good question. Actually, it's a deep question, man. I really like those type of questions.
Yeah, it's interesting because, for example, let's suppose we create a post on our LinkedIn about something, technology, whatever, and then we get like 1,000 reactions in our post. So for that kind of 10 minutes, we are getting famous, right, with people. So everybody are reacting to our posts and saying and commenting, giving like. So we are famous, right, in the perspective. Yeah, I also like this kind of questions because it makes us think in a different way of the world and see different stuffs. So let's move. I think we have time for one more question. Let's choose between 7, 8, and 9. I think in number 8 is obviously we don't have many stuffs. I think number 9. Let's go to the last question, guys. What problems can come from being immortal online? So we talked already about some stuffs, but let's go deep into it. Can you start, Murilo? What problems can come from being immortal online?
Okay, what problem can be from immortal online? Okay. There are many problems for my mind or for my life Yeah. I try avoid it. I try prepare my mind about how or everything. It's a big problem, but people, a lot of people that think so gas and internet, the filter bubbles, yeah, for example, the Pau Pessoa spoke in in class yesterday, and the same subject. It's a big problem in nowadays because people's comparations with another people's, yeah, but it's not real life. We know that we people's problemas past in your personal life is, but the internet show an amazing life, but it's not true. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's it.
That's one of the problems, right? So as the data is there for a long time, maybe people can get a different perspective of yourself because they say, oh, he has such amazing life, and this can be dangerous.
What do you
And
say, bastidores?
Bastidores, nice. I don't
Oh,
know.
background.
Background. Yeah,
It's
background. Yes,
background,
nice word.
not show.
Or backstage. I think
Backstage.
backstage.
Thank you.
Backstage,
Yes,
yeah.
nice.
Excellent. Backstage not show, né? Online.
Nobody see the backstage, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
Backstage, it's true. It's real life. Yeah.
So much different, right? Okay, Larison, how about you?
What problems can come from being virtual online? The first time I read this question, I I thought in deep fake. Like people can get your image from the internet and you already died, but they can pass they can like perform an action pretending to be you.
Yes.
That's a bad thing. I think I think that's the one of the problems. I can't think anything and beside that. Like I know that we have many others, but this one just got sticking in my mind.
Yeah, this one is really powerful. If we can think, for example, in the future, they can use your video, any video you talked about something, I don't know, and say that, oh, he was conspiring against the
Yeah.
national roads, he was a traitor, something like that. It's
Yeah,
unbelievable.
that's true.
Yeah. And you are dead, in fact, and you cannot answer and say, oh, I wasn't a traitor.
Yeah, you cannot defend yourself.
Yes,
That's
exactly.
the worst part, actually.
Exactly. That's really hard. And how about you, Gabriel? What do you think about?
Okay, it is a good question because immortal online, it is comes a lot of problems. So my data, when we said before, and there is a situation it is can be dangerous. So my data's there when in case when I not here for see that, and can be when I am not take a control for the situation, because I can be diet, and my data can be for to use it for cards of the makeup for to be a cloned,
Mhm.
and in the others situations around this topic. So my my data in the internet is so bad.
Yeah, we saw some cases of that in Brazil during the pandemic. Some guys used data of the dead people to create accounts and to receive the money from the government. You know, dead people receiving this money. In some of the cases was like family or something related to that people, but in the other cases are just criminals using this data they got in the internet to receive the money. Okay, guys, so our time is up, but it was a really nice conversation. I really enjoyed talking to you guys. Before we end, I would like to share 2 links with you guys. Let's see, this is the first one. This is the YouTube link. So if you wanna share with your friends or family. Okay, guys, so, and please give us a subscribe on the channel, give us a like on this video. It helps us a lot to spread to more people. And also the second one is a survey. You can go there and give us a score. Say if you like it, you can give us some comments and say, oh, I like this topic. I would like to talk about different topic next week, something like that. Okay, it helps us a lot. And that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you more times. Okay, next week I won't be here in the same hour because in São Paulo we are going to have a presential event for those that live in São Paulo. I think it's not your case because Murilo is Santa Catarina, right? And you guys are in Pernambuco. But if you have been here in São Paulo, we are going to have a presential event. So for that reason, I won't be here next week, okay? But I hope to see you guys soon. Bye-bye. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
See you next